Well. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome, everybody. I am excited. I'm a little nervous because, listen, when you're talking to somebody who has accomplished so much, two businesses, she has a podcast, she has so much going on. You're going to have to be nervous. You know what I'm saying? But she is here. I am excited to have her here. We are going to be introducing Tina from Ready to Love. Let's introduce her from Ready to Love. There she is.
I want to say thank you. You're so kind, Maud. One, I appreciate you having me because I wasn't going to do any more interviews, but I appreciate you being a support for me during the whole journey. And so, of course, I wanted to support you. So, we as women have to stick together. So I just appreciate all the love, honestly.
I agree. Thank you so much for being here. I am excited. Let's get into it, okay?
Yeah.
Are you nervous? I'm a little bit nervous, but
no, I'm not nervous at all. I mean, now that I've done, a few interview or two.
Right. Well, I'm the one who's supposed to be nervous, not you.
No, I think it's the questions that I'm just like.
They're not that deep. We're just gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun with it. All right. So I went back to your website, and I know my people over here, they're gonna be putting your links and everything on description. But I went to your website, and it looks like you started modeling when you're at age 16. All right. Yeah. So the cameras, that's nothing new for you. Okay. But then is it different from Ready to Love? Was that different?
Yeah.
And in which way?
Modeling, it's based off, a certain image. And I think I'm used to, of course, people taking pictures, people saying things, but I think just being on a reality television show, I felt like I was prepared for the viewers. I was prepared for the trolls. I was prepared for online. I wasn't prepared for production. I wasn't prepared for what went behind the scenes, or, I've heard good and I've heard bad because my mom is in the entertainment industry. So I've heard, I've seen things, I've heard things, I've been on set, things can go left, they can go right. So, but I think me being a fan and a viewer of the show, from what I had saw, I just felt like it was a certain level of elegance that they had portrayed Black people at one point, from the Atlanta and the Houston seasons. And so I think coming into it, what I got was not what one I had signed up for, or two, what I was prepared for.
Mm-hmm. And was the family supportive? Was your family supportive? When you told them, I'll be joining Ready to Love. Were they supportive? And in which ways were they supportive?
Yeah, my family is very supportive. Even now, like watching the show, they knew. I told my family, during the process, everything that was going on, they were definitely supportive. Anything that I do, that's en route of supporting my dreams or pushing me further or elevating, my family is always supportive of. They've even told me now, like, I'm proud how you represented the family. They knew I quit. Even it's funny for us to see how I was edited out, and me and my family, we just laugh at it because we're like, we know that's not you. We know the truth behind everything. So they're very supportive of me now.
And to follow up on that, you say you did not like what you are portrayed. And I remember listening to your podcast, and you had said, there is a certain way they had told you that, they're going to be portraying you. Can you tell our viewers what that was? Because not so many people have, maybe not my viewers haven't listened to your podcast. So can you just elaborate on that?
So let me be very straight up. The show is over. So now I'm going to speak real because now I've seen how I've been edited out. My episodes are done. Let me be very real. Somebody who was on a previous season who's been irking my nerves because they speak from a place of lacks of facts. You know what I'm saying? I understand you've been in, you've gone through this process, but me and a few other castmates in the DMV area have consistently let people know, like, we had different producers. Things were different than the other two seasons. That, of course, if you're in a different state or city, you don't know what's going on up here. So stop being opinionated of things you don't understand. So yes, what people fail to realize is I tried to self-eliminate. I tried to self-eliminate 2 days in. I tried to self-eliminate 4 days in. I tried to self-eliminate the first week a few times. I told production. And what people also don't know is I had one particular producer that I was working with, that the other producer, because it's more than one producer. Mm-hmm. So they had one producer that particularly was dealing with me, and I had told him, and actually another producer, I was like, look, this isn't for me. The guys seem cool, the women seem cool, but I just don't think I'm going to walk away with a connection that's for me. Like, and I was being real. Mm-hmm. And they basically was like, well, you know, the viewers aren't going to like you. You know, we're going to edit you a certain way. And I was just like, what? And one thing about me, I'm an Aquarius. I'm a real, true ride or die Aquarius. You do not threaten me. You do not threaten me. I will run, walk, skate, whatever away. So, you know, of course, fast forward, you know, in the beginning, what they saw was me. And I spoke a lot. I had great conversations, great dates, but people failed to realize that because I quit, I didn't matter in the storyline, but they couldn't chop me out. So they edited me bare minimum. You know, even when it came to the end, it looked crazy because, yeah, I quit the show. Mm-hmm. The thing that even got me most of all was what people failed to realize, I didn't ghost Tommy. I had already quit the show. I already told production that I wasn't meeting up with Tommy, that I was done filming, that I wasn't wasting my time anymore. And it went over their heads. It was so many things that I had told production before I started the show that I didn't have time for, that I was not going to be involved in. And they still ignored that. You know what I'm saying? So in the process of being there, and I'm telling you, like, look, the two most important things and priorities in my life is my child and my business. And you're still basically making me pick between going on a date or my child. Of course I'm going to pick my child. They start getting upset when I stop showing up for dates. They're calling, why would you book me 3 dates if I already told you I got to pick up my daughter at 5? Like, that doesn't make sense. But then you're calling me, where you at? Where you at? I'm not pressed to be on a television show. Like, I never was. I looked at it as, listen, I've been in the DMV area for 7 years. I've dated. I've met some clowns. Okay. And I felt like in this process, you are thoroughly vetted. You are mentally evaluated. Mm-hmm. So I felt like, you know, this would be a good time for me to meet a catch. I am a catch. And it's not, people get all caught up in my beauty. Yes, I am beautiful, but I'm a very intelligent, ambitious, outgoing, driven woman, mother, period. You know what I'm saying? So no one can take that away from me. So I feel like I'm not going to settle. So I felt like I would be able to find that type of man there. And don't get me wrong. These men were very successful in their own way. Did they vibrate or meet me where I need my man to meet me? No, they didn't. And so me trying to self-eliminate production, or a few of the production, particularly the producer that was dealing with me, we sat down on the couch and he literally, swear to God, literally looked me and was just like, you might not want to do that because, you know, we just have enough footage to just edit you any type of way. And I was like, I said, I won't say his name, but I literally looked at him and I said, well, that's going to be kind of hard because I haven't done anything that I felt was acting out of character. So let me tell y'all, they got so lucky with my ex, because my ex is real. He is. And I told myself, be yourself, share the story. But I also didn't realize that I was going to have to quit how I did. You know what I'm saying? And so they used that little snippet of him slicing dice. You know what I'm saying? Weren't even filming for the show then. Literally, that clip that they caught him saying that, we were sitting there for like an hour and a half. Wow. Yes, we were done filming. You have, you know, they catching different angles, taking pictures. They're like, yeah, just sit there, just talk it up, whatever. So Paul just comes out. He's like, so, you know, let's get to the real. You know, we're just thinking we're just talking, not we're on camera. And Paul's like, you ever slashed any tires, broken any windows? Now, the adult me, no, I've never done any of that. I don't slash tires. I ain't breaking windows. I don't go through phones. I'm not showing up to your job. Listen, if it's going to disturb my peace, I don't got no parts of it. And so they literally use that clip it to, like, I guess go into, oh yeah, she just quit the show. Yeah, she'll just walk away. And I get that now that I watch it, but I'd rather them had just like showed that I stopped showing up versus them try to edit me to look some type of way. Like, even at the getaway, I came in there on a mission to quit. I did, because people fail to realize I was at the getaway. My cast did not know I was at the getaway, but production had me, because it was like a big house, and then it was like a little, guest house. So they had me upstairs in the guest house. Yeah. So let me rewind back. That Monday, first of all, the getaway wasn't on a weekend. It was on a Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, which I'd already told production. Right. Monday, Tuesdays, because I have a CMOS company. So I ship certain days, so that my products get to my customers in a certain time manner. So I'd already told them, look, Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, it's going to be very hard for me to film with y'all. I could do it in the day. My child's at daycare. But in the evening, I had, I have to whatever. I'm sorry, in the evening, I have my daughter. And so I made time. I got my daughter to go to my mom's. But that Monday, I was supposed to go out there and I couldn't make it. I come out there Tuesday morning. They're like, okay, I ain't had no makeup on. They had me go get my makeup done. Next thing you know, I'm just sitting. 8:30, 9 o'clock come. They're like, yeah, you're going to go to a hotel room. So I'm like, okay.
So which day was this? Was this a Tuesday or?
This was a Tuesday. Yeah, this was Tuesday because Monday I didn't make it out there. So I was like, I'm not driving out there at night. And so I was like, well, Tuesday, I'll come out there Tuesday. They were like, fine. Because at first I really didn't want to go to the getaway. Swear to God. I was like, I don't want to go. Then they kept calling me, blowing me up. Tina, it's just not making sense. You just can't quit. And again, you got to remember, they had already had the talk of they're going to edit me a certain way. But I just felt like, let me tell y'all something. I was livid. The fact that my business was being disrupted and they kept me away. I could have been with my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was so much. I'm like, y'all had me away from my child. This was too much. And so I literally I went to the hotel that night. I took me one of the hottest showers because hot hotel shower water be the best. Yeah. You could just take a 20, 30-minute shower and it ain't nothing with your bill. Right. So I stood there and I just let the water run over me. And I was just like, this shit ain't for, excuse my language. I'm sorry. This stuff ain't, I'm so sorry. This stuff ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? And I knew at that moment, I was like, these guys aren't for me. These women aren't for me. Production don't give a about me. You know what I'm saying? For them, it was all a show. And honestly, I really wish that they would have just told me that it was going to be how it was. I wouldn't have did it. So, but yeah, I got all track. I just kept talking, but sorry, go back to your question.
No, that's just doing a follow-up on that because, it's crazy to me to think that, Tommy and production staged that exit because and then he came and told the cast, Tina was a no-show. It's like you were supposed to be meeting him and then you didn't show up.
Girl, there was no meeting. That was all. Let me tell you something. And I'm going to be so real with you.
Yeah.
And one thing about me, I'm not a liar. It don't sit in my soul to lie. I'd rather tell you the truth than lie to you, Ma. The show has to do what they have to do to protect their ass. Okay? Let me be real. People going to watch the show regardless. This is not me telling people to not watch the show. I don't care. Because I'm watching next season because I'm going to be doing the panel with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to have my view. But my thing is, when it comes to me and how I was edited, I'm always going to have my own back. Period. I'm not going to let anybody think they're just going to run over me, reverse, and then run back over me. The show had to cover their own ASS. That's what it was. I quit the show because it was BS. They're not for Black love, period. Now, do not get me wrong. Can people find love? Yes. Is Joy and Clifton a real couple? Yes. And everybody can see it. Like, I hope they get married. No BS. Donovan and Carmen, I think they're very compatible. I don't know if they're going to make it long term, but I think they're a very compatible and they're a great couple. There are other people that have made bonds from the show. Did the show do it? No. But, and I'm being real. Like, let's be real. How many people have walked away from this show and it was successful? Like, literally walked away together and still together. And I'm going to say Joy and Clifton going, I don't feel like it's based off the show. They had instant chemistry by themselves before the cameras even really started putting them in the different scenes. The chemistry was there. The fact Clifton drank off Joy cup was enough to be like, this man is really interested in her. I'm like, this man is really interested in her. So, I mean, and I wasn't on the scene yet, but I did watch, the season up until I got. So I whatever. But to see it, I'm like, there's some people that really had a connection. Why would I waste my time in that?
Right.
Like, time is money, and it's not even about money. Time is it's a resource. It's something that's it's unrefundable. I can't get my time back. Why am I going to waste it? I don't feel like the television time was for it because I'm not looking to be famous. Like, that's not me. I'm not looking to be an actress. I'm not like. Don't get me wrong. I've had people hit me up for projects. Will I do it? Yeah, I don't mind it. But that's not my goal. I'm not looking to be in movies. I'm not looking to be, on your TV on the next reality show. That's not what I signed up for. I'm genuinely at this point, I'm on pause. I'm loving myself. But at that moment, I was genuinely open to possibly meeting somebody. And, it wasn't it.
Right.
But yeah, that whole setup I was very disappointed. I knew because, you know, they did call me up asking me like, hey, could you at least, I was like, no, could you at least meet up with Tommy? I said, for what? I've already quit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done with y'all. Y'all don't respect my time. Y'all don't respect me.
Right.
And
Yes.
like I said, again, I was so livid because I had already made my point before I came on the show. Like I let them know, like, listen, my time is my money. Like I'm a business owner. My child is 2, about to be 3 in a month, you know, well, a month and a half, you know. So of course I'm trying to spend as much time as I can with her.
Right.
The thing that people blow me about that is people are like, oh, she has a child that shouldn't be on
Speak
the
on
show.
that. Yes. Mm-hmm.
That ain't got, listen, let me tell y'all something. Okay. My child can definitely comprehend a lot of things, but I spend time with my child so much. Like I'm with my child probably 98% of the time. Anybody that knows me can never say anything, not one negative word about me as a mother. I will stop, drop, and roll for anything for my child. And I had a team that knew that I was going on this show and that were supportive of me going on the show. And when you have a village, you are capable of doing that. And that's what I had. You know what I'm saying? And I was very taken back. I won't even say mad or hurt, but I was taken back at how I got the backlash of, oh, she has an infant, well, a toddler, because she, you know, over 2. She has a toddler, and not to throw Clifton under the bus, but he has a toddler too. Our kids are literally the same age. And I was so taken back, especially from women. I got more backlash from women. Yes, Maud, from women than I did men about me having a toddler and being on the show. And I was like, the sexism is real, especially coming from the men. But it was like the women, like the double standard. We don't uphold men to the same accord that we do women. And I'm like, that is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just really taken back. But of course, one thing about me, I don't get caught up in other people's opinions because unless you live my life, you don't matter. You know what I'm saying? But I just really wish people would grow and stop, you know, hindering themselves from people feeling like you have a child, you can't do anything. First of all, there are women that meet they husband while they pregnant, when they child, and you know, that's not me, you know, but it's to each his own. Love is love. And when you find somebody that matches your frequency, matches your vibration, is on the same, you know, same page as you and can love you, especially accept a child that's not theirs, that's a diamond in the rough. So why should I hinder myself from feeling like I don't deserve love because I have a 2-year-old? Like, make it make sense. I just felt like I had haters. I'm gonna be honest. I felt like I had haters, and they just felt like I wasn't deserving of the spot. And bad for them. Oh well.
They're gonna continue hating. It's okay. We're here for the haters. We're here for them. But then you were introduced into the process when people had already formed connections. Well, how was that for you? You know, you're coming into a group, you know, where people have already, you know, hooked up. This one is for this one. This one is for this one. How was that? Was there any pressure, you know, coming into it?
For me, I don't ever put pressure on myself in that way. You know, I didn't know anything about curveballs. When they told me that my date, they called me 3 times telling me my start date was going to change. It was supposed to start the beginning of September. It was supposed to start September 15th. And then it was like it's September 29th. So this whole month, they just kept changing stuff, but not giving me details. And I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? So I wasn't sure, you know, what I didn't know the other couples were still were already filming. Sorry. Excuse me. I'm human. I didn't know that they were already filming and stuff. So when I showed up, I kid you not, girl, I showed up. It's like, yeah, so you're going to show up here. I was like, okay. I show up. One of the producers meet me and they're talking and I'm like, what's going on? They're like, yeah, girl, you look fabulous. You're just going to go in there and be you. And I was like, oh, okay. I walked in there like a deer in the headlight. Okay. Didn't know what was going on. So when I saw the other couples, to me, I was like, it's a process. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know who was with who for a while. You know what I'm saying? Like I kind of had to ask the women or just kind of fill it out. Now I ain't even gonna lie. You know what? It was the pool party. Like people say, you know, they were putting stuff in my ear, but I'm gonna tell y'all, man, that dang on Truth or Dare, baby. Whoo, that game right there was really, it was a hot table. It really was like people don't even the snippets that y'all got. I don't even think y'all understand when we was just like,
what happened? Tell us what happened.
this was my first night meeting everybody. So of course it was, I'm gonna be real, it kind of felt like in that moment, people wanted to mark their territory. Like, I'm gonna be real with you.
Yeah.
Like, you got, I mean, especially you got this hot little young hottie, you know what I'm saying, show up on the show up on the
trust
scene.
me.
Yeah, we all beautiful. Every woman on the cast is beautiful, but I was the baby, you know what I'm saying? Next to Precious, you know, and Precious had already been there and started making her establish, you know, her connections and stuff. So then you have me, the youngest, show up, myself, beautiful, successful, you know, in my own way, you know, and focus and doing me. And I didn't, you know, I was very real. Like, I don't look at any of the women as competition. Whoever wants to date me, I'm open, you know. And so at that dinner that we had, I was just like, okay, I don't know what to do here. Like Joy running over to kiss Clifton and Sabrina nibbling on ears, and you know, it was so much. I was just kind of like, what did I get myself into? Because you gotta remember, me watching the other season, even the first DC season, they only had one curveball, which was Sydney. And I kid you not, when I started seeing that, and they kept pushing my dates back, and I said, oh well, maybe I'm gonna be a curveball like Sydney. So I thought my season was gonna be like that. But typically, you had the 10 and 10 meet, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
From day one, as opposed to me coming in. So I was just like, wait, y'all been filming? And then people are telling me, yeah, girl, we've been filming since September 5th. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I'm a whole month behind. Like, what do I, it was like coming into a tornado. And I was just spinning around and I didn't know where the heck I was going to be thrown out to. Like, so serious. And I just felt like, honestly, it did get overwhelming for me. It really did, because trying to, one, outside of production, outside of scheduling, outside of having to drink to maintain any type of composure, dealing with all the madness, on top of trying to, you know, 4 or 5 dudes calling me and texting me and, you know, trying to get to know me and trying to remember conversations. You're talking to one person and you might hang up and you're talking to another. Like, and that's not me. Like, I really don't. Typically, I might talk to or date 2 people at the same time. Like, you know, just dating, getting to know. Once I start really feeling someone seriously, I cut whoever ain't consistent off. You know what I'm saying? So in that moment, I was like, this is just too much. Like, I'm really just here for somebody that's here for me. And then people, oh, I gotta call you back to talk to this person. I was like, wait, I don't feel like a priority. And it's not even about, because again, it's a process, but I just didn't feel like I'm not one of those, I'm gonna take your man type of women. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do anything I can to one up you. Like, that's just not, I'm like, what's for me is for me. Like, whoever is for me, my man gonna know, like, that's my wife right there.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
That's the one right there. I'm not gonna have to do all of that. Like, I feel like spiritually he gonna know, God gonna let him know, like, listen, that woman right there is gonna change your life. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't have that with those men. And I'm happy that I didn't, because I really saw true, genuine connections. You know what I'm saying? And some people even found love afterward.
No, that's true. Then you say, you know, it was overwhelming for you. Was there any support from the girls on your cast?
No. Me and Dakia were close in the beginning, but I mean, I give it the benefit of the doubt, you know. It was a show. For me, I'm gonna be honest. I remember just talking to production and telling them, like, listen, I'm here for, you know, a man or even, you know, a soul tribe. Because one thing I knew about this process was I was going to be connected to these people forever. I can forever go on to YouTube. 20 years, I can tell my daughter, hey, I was on a reality show, go on YouTube. And I'm always going to be connected or seen with these people. So I wouldn't look at it as, oh, we'd be best friends, but I always looked at it as it would be some sort of sisterhood, a regular sisterhood. You know what I'm saying? And even afterward, no, you know, and at the reunion, I feel like some of them try to play like, oh, it was just bullshit. I mean, dang it.
Well, you did find you did find some sisterhood in the previous season. I've seen you hang out with Camille, Zadia, you know, Shiloh. How has that been for you, the sisterhood?
So hands down, I love me some Camille. I love Camille. Like, people just do not know. Like, you've seen Camille, but that is like chopped and screwed editing Camille. Camille is a gem. She's funny. She's herself. And I think for me, that's always trying to be authentic and true to myself, to see another woman like that. And she embraced me from day one. Like, she really did step up to the plate. Like, she messaged me like, hey, how are you going? I've been there, da, da, da. And even to today, she texts me like, "Hey sis, you good? Just check. You haven't posted in a while." And I check up on her. So that's everything. Me and Zadia, we don't really talk, but it's no bad blood or anything.
Mm-hmm.
I truly realize with some people, they can be great people. They just might not be for me. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And I'm one of those people where I'm at a place in my life that I'm very limited on the space that I can feel with certain energies.
Mm-hmm.
So I got nothing but love for her. Of course, I'm always have her back. Anybody say anything, I will definitely pop off for Zadia, but we're not friends.
Okay.
As for Shiloh, I love me some Shy. Like, she's just a whole like goddess to me. The first time I met her, her whole energy, her whole vibe, it reminded me a lot of myself. So yeah.
Okay.
It's definitely a sisterhood, more so there with them, and it's genuine, it's real, it's kind. They do call me up to hang out or check up on me, and to me, those are the small things that matter,
Well, we can just go to one quick comment over there. What part of DC are you from, and how or did you move there?
So let's get this, because I know a lot of people want to know where I'm from. Okay, so I am not a born Washingtonian. Okay, no, I'm not. My mama moved me here when I was like, I want to say maybe one or two. Yes. So I went to elementary school. I actually grew up. Okay, so I remember off Kennedy Street. So Kennedy and like 4th, like when I was like young, baby. So if you know DC, you know where that is. Where else? I remember us being in like Bladensburg area. And then my mom bought her first house in Fort Washington. So I went to school. A lot of people I went to I don't know if y'all know about that Crossland area or Temple Hills. Right in the DMV area, they know. So I kind of grew up there. And then my mom moved to Atlanta, moved us to Georgia when I was 14. So I got a lot of Southern in me. I'm a Southern girl at heart a little bit. Yeah, so I feel like they both made me who I am, that North and then that Southern gal. So they both made me. But I rep both.
All right. So you have the blind date with Wiley, right? So you meet him. Don't you recognize? Don't you see? Oh my gosh, this one looks like somebody. The dad is a legend. Or did you know that and you just didn't care about it? Like
I didn't know. I did not know. Let me tell you something. I didn't know until January. And I found out through a Facebook group. Now I'm gonna be real. Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't really know who Chuck Brown is. It his father's Chuck Brown, right?
Yes.
Okay. I don't really know who Chuck Brown is. Like, I know of him as like the godfather of go-go.
Yes.
But I don't really know. I swear to God, today me and my mom were talking, and she had to start singing a song for me to know who his dad was. She was like, "Don't got that swing." I said, "That's a Chuck Brown." She was like, "Yeah." I said, "Oh my God, I had no idea." So yeah, when I didn't even know Chuck Brown had kids. Like I said, I don't know anything about him. I'm not big with celebrities like that, unless it's somebody I look up to because I want to be a mogul like them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But other than that, yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know till January. Being in a Facebook group, and they was like, "Is that Chuck Brown's son, Wiley?" And I was like, "Screw what?" Yeah, I mean, and even afterward, I didn't care because that's not. I don't get caught up in stuff like that.
Yes. Okay.
What's in the heart? What's here?
Hallelujah! I'm telling you. So you mentioned that you were just about to quit the show the second day or the first week, okay? But then we see you having a connection. No, first of all, before I get to that, did the production know that you like dating older men? Why were they setting
you up? Listen, I don't know why. I don't know why they did that. I don't know why he likes older women. So I don't even know why. Let me tell you something. I felt like they just thought, oh, it would be great for TV. Or like, to me, everything was for television.
For television.
They didn't care. Like, let me tell you something. You can ask for a date. 50 million. Me and Paul asked for a date when we first was interested, because me and Paul wasn't interested in each other after the first week.
Yes.
So me and Paul asked for a date every single day. They gave me a date with everybody but Paul. Everybody but Paul. I was like, what's going on here? And it just really lets you know that they're strategic on what they want and how they want. If I'm telling you who I'm interested in, why are you going to date with everybody but him? You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, they knew I dated older men. They know my child's father is older. Like, that's really all I date. I gave them an age range, and I told them the type of man I like, how they look. I think Wiley is very attractive, but Wiley is not
for you
the type of guy that I would go for. So even still, I was just like, where are we going with this? But I still try to, I was like, all right, we're going to see, I definitely thought he was attractive, but I was like, this is not going to work. And so then I started, pool party. I met Paul and I met Donovan. And me and Donovan had like a really great talk. And, me and Wiley did too, but I just knew he wasn't it for me.
Yeah.
And then when Paul met, and we had like a really great, intense conversation about like just kids, family, growing. Like it was so much that I was just like, okay, I could see something there. And then I think it was the next day, Demetrius reached out. I think it was like that next day or that Sunday, that morning, he reached out, and it really caught me off guard because we didn't even speak at the pool party. So me talking to Demetrius it really kind of kept me in tune. Like I was just like, okay, I really like him. And he really was a good guy. Like he was easy to talk to. And he said all the right things. But in the midst of that, one thing I've learned, especially coming from a toxic relationship, is what are the red flags to me? You know what I'm saying? And what are the things that matter? And, not even comparing, the past to the new, but it's just certain things that it's like, okay, this looks familiar. So not putting judgment, but I was just like, okay, I want to, let me take my time with this. Let me really see where this is going. And, unfortunately, a few cast members felt the need to, I won't say a few, from what I know, one particular cast member felt the need to lie and said that I had said things that I didn't say and told Demetrius this. And instead of Demetrius coming to talk to me off camera, he decided he wanted to wait until it was the getaway. And unfortunately, it was too late. Like by that time, you see me showing up to quit. But you see Demetrius on camera saying he hopes that me and, he can have a talk with all his connections, which after filming, we did have a talk. He was like, I wish you would have came. And I was like, I was there. I would have spoke to you. But, everything, again, as smooth as the season could have been, they wanted to create drama. It didn't have to be drama in our season, but production, they definitely do certain things to set up certain particular situations to create drama because they feel like that's what sells, instead of realizing that real Black love can sell without all the drama, without all the antics. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't work out how I thought it was gonna be. But yeah, I definitely wanted to quit until I started talking to Demetrius. I really did. He a smooth brother. I give it to Demetrius. Smooth dresser, smooth guy with a mouth. He's smooth. Listen, he's smooth. Whoever gets with Demetrius, they'll be happy. They will.
Yeah, he's nice and he's handsome too. He is.
He's a chocolate, sexy brother. He is.
So it just didn't work out for you and Paul because you guys look like you're kicking it with Paul. With Paul.
No. Okay. That was not a situation that was going to work out. No. Some things happen. I'm not going to go in depth about that. But some things happened that definitely let me know that he was not the person that I needed to be connected to in life.
Okay. Somebody, let's go back to one of the questions. I think we talked about that. She said,
how did the women embrace me? Yeah. They didn't. Didn't. I'm lying. So on set, they would talk, but they didn't embrace me. I think the main person I would say that showed any type of, outside of the Kia in the beginning, I guess Carmen in a way. Carmen's funny. I'm gonna tell y'all that now. Like Carmen's one of those women where she don't fuck with everybody.
Doesn't fuck with me, that.
Don't fuck with everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I think in the beginning it was just kind of like, does she really like me? Does she not really like me? Is this genuine? But even up until this day, the people she don't fuck with, and the people she did fuck, she did mess with, she did. And so, me and her, we're still cool. So I look at her as, we might not be friends, but we're one of those people I can consider her a ready to love sister or, forever castmate. Like we do talk here and there, and so I embrace it. I can't go off her relationship with everyone else, but we're cool to this day. So
okay, that's awesome. So another fun question: if you could take some qualities from Ready to Love cast,
if I could change them?
If you can take some qualities from Ready to Love alumni and build a perfect guy for you, all right? What traits would you be picking from these guys and from who? Did you understand my question?
Yes. So
Okay.
if I could take traits, but does it have to be from my season?
We can go to we can go to the previous season too. Just
Okay, because I'm about to tell. Let me tell y'all something. If it was based off looks, baby, Brent could get it. Okay, listen, Brent is fine. I said it. Okay, I might not. I don't know if he ever would be interested in me, but listen, tell him I said hello. I don't know if he got a girl or not. If you got a woman, no disrespect. My bad. I don't know Brent like that, so no disrespect to your relationship. But if he's single, I said what's up. But I would say some qualities. If I had to build a man upon from what I know from certain men or what I've seen, I would say Demetrius' style,
okay.
Demetrius' healing, because based on what he talks about him being accountable from his past and the things he's learned and da da da. Because me and Demetrius have hung out since filming ended, and he still seemed like the same guy he was,
Okay.
that I met. So I would say his healing, his style. I would have to say Clifton and Demetrius' confidence, because I feel like both of their confidence is through the roof. Okay.
Yes, that is true. Mhm.
And then I don't know, Brent, he just fine to me. But I just liked I loved how he handled certain situations in his season and how he spoke to the women. So, but yeah, I would have to say that. Yeah.
Okay. Now, you are very, very beautiful woman. All right.
You
So
too,
I just
Mama.
did. I don't. Okay. So how was your dating before the show? Where were you? I mean, why were you not, lucky in finding love prior to the show?
I don't have an issue with getting or finding a man. I have an issue finding a man that is worth me being with. I get hollered at all the time from all type of men. And I think, the whole wasting my time and dating around, it was different in my 20s. I'm 32, I'm a mom, and like I said, it's not an excuse, but it's the real, and so I look at whatever time I could be doing it with her or family or whatever. So I think it's just really come down to me just meeting somebody that understands me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think that's the hard thing. I think people get so caught up in the look of me that they really want to blow the book off and open it and read each page.
Mm-hmm.
And if you open the book, I'm very much an in-depth person. You know what I'm saying? I will talk to you about any and everything. I'm very passionate about a lot of things. So I think I wish people would get outside of the appearance and just really want to know what's in my heart, because I, just knowing myself, and I don't say this to, be cocky or anything, but I feel like I'm one of the most genuine people that people can meet. And it's funny because when I try to just be myself or be nice, people look at me like, what do you want? And I'm like, it's nothing you can do for me. Like, it's like I'm so fulfilled in myself that I'm not looking for anyone to do anything for me. I'm just looking for people that are just as genuine as me, that I could just be myself, have a good time with, and embrace life with. You know what I'm saying? In love and in friendship. And that to me, I think that means a lot, especially now living in, people really realize we are at a spiritual warfare, where it is good versus evil, and you have to really be careful of the wolves and sheep clothing. And so for me, I'm always like, what do you want?
Right.
Because now is people are very much, they wear facade, they mask or facades or representative. And I'm not the person you get from day one with me is always me. It might not be 100%, it might be 10%, but I have to fill you out to see how much of me can you handle, because I'm a big personality. I might not always seem like it, but the more comfortable I am with you, the more you really get all of Tina, and I'm just at a place in life where I just want to always be me, and if I can't be that, then you don't need to be around me.
And I was thinking, well, you because you have two business, you are running two businesses. You have a 3-year-old child. How is that for you? Is it, how do you balance that? Can you talk to people about that? How do you balance that? Because you just said that 90% of the time you're with your child, right? but you have two businesses you're running.
Yes.
Please tell us how you balance that.
I actually got more than two. I'm a hustler.
And you have a podcast.
But no, it
podcast.
is. Yeah, but it to me, life is all about balance. I'm always trying to figure out how to juggle more than three balls. But I feel like because I love what I do, it makes it easy.
Your passion.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mind, not getting sleep, or missing out on sleep or whatever. Like, it's just my way of going about it. If I got to take a nap, I take a nap with my daughter. And when I'm up with her. But, she is in daycare. So I do have a free time, from the time I drop her off from 8 all the way up till, I pick her up at 5:36. So I do have free time to do things in between and make my life balanced. Evening time I pick her up. From the time I pick her up from 6 to the time I get her in bed, 8:39, that's our bonding time. I don't really go out like that. I don't really, if I do, it's normally for a day party, or step out real quick. My mom's like, hey, because me and my mom are firm believers in having a balance for mental health as a mother, period. Society puts so much pressure on women that we're supposed to do everything for everyone else except for us. If I'm not well and good for myself, how am I going to be well and good for my child?
For nobody.
For anybody. But you want me to put everything that I need to do on pause that's going to make me happy. Like, make it make sense. And I'm so sick of society doing that. That's not me. That's not how I roll. Like, my family definitely has me 100% where they're like, Tina, do what you need to do. We are here for you. Now, that doesn't mean they're always a clutch where I just drop my daughter off, because that's not how I am either. But, I have a team. I have a support team. So and I think that's a blessing, because everyone doesn't have that.
Yes. So, yes. So, it's a blessing.
As long as I'm not out, in the streets and chasing men and doing irrelevant things, everything that I'm doing for myself right now is to better my life, so that I can build generational wealth for myself, for my child, and for my family, for my grandchildren, my great-great-grandchildren. Like, that's where my mental state is right now. So I don't have any time to be wasting outside of me building something. And if you're going to take away from that, I can't. But then, of course, I still have to balance, making sure I work out, making sure I get outside to get air, making sure I'm being social. Because if I'm always in this focus, life is just going by, and I'm still missing out. So I feel like I have to be able to balance what works for me so that I'm happy as Christina. With the K, by the way. My name is not CHR. It is KR. I am so sick of them spelling my name wrong. Okay. But let me tell you. You want
Tell me.
You want some tea? Production spelled my name wrong so that they wouldn't go searching for me. Okay, so let me tell you, girl. Let me get some real tea, girl. Let me tell you. Okay, so because I quit, they didn't want people like bloggers and everyone to find me. So if you go on the cast, so let me tell you, they have put, because when I signed up for the show, I wanted everything to be Tina Butte, because I am legally getting my name changed to Tina Butte. So I was like, yeah, just put this out there. And so, because this was after I told them I wasn't doing marketing. I wasn't going to do any interviews. I wasn't going to do marketing. I wasn't going to do anything. I was like, F this show. I don't want no parts of y'all. Y'all lack integrity. Oh yeah, I got a whole email, me cursing marketing out of own and everything. Yeah, I went in. Okay. So,
yeah, they didn't want Kamisha to find her. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, they didn't want Kamisha to find. No. Let me tell y'all. Kamisha knew who I was before anybody knew. Swear to God, Kamisha hit me up in January and was like, she was tagging some of the cast. Me and Donovan had reached out like, yo, who is this woman?
Yeah.
Listen, that's what I tell y'all. I did not know who Kamisha was, but Kamisha knew who I was. I said, Kamisha, who are you? Swear to God, I got the DM girl. I said, who is you? She said, don't worry about that. I got my source. Yo, Kamisha, she knew who I was in January. That's why I got mad love for Kamisha. She knew who I was. She showed love. Like, I told her what had happened. Me and her had talked or whatever. She didn't know everything until like me and her had the interview. But I did let her know. I was like, yeah, I quit. So fast forward, we came to our names. They wanted to put our real names out there. Because they wanted to put our names out there, but I told them to put Tina. And so they tried to not put it out there. And Tori contacted them and was like, yo, y'all don't need to put our real names out there. Which to me, it was.
Are you kidding?
That's a safety hazard. You put our real whole names out there is a safety hazard. I would have sued the shit out of that. Excuse me. Damn, so dang, I need to stop cursing. Oh Lord. It's the Lord. I'm sorry. It's me being myself, y'all. I promise.
I want you to be yourself. I love
Listen,
this. I love this.
now let me tell y'all this. If y'all are offended that I curse, I'm just being myself, but y'all might want to click off. All right. But it's all love. It's all love. I mean, no disrespect. I'm still a good person. but no, yeah, Tori actually reached out and was like, why y'all got our names out there? Like, what people fail to realize is you can literally find out where someone lives, their name, their ad. Let me tell you something. If somebody would have popped up on my door, I would have sued the out of Will Packer, out of all of them. Because you putting me and my child at risk. Like, no, I don't play that. So yeah, they end up, instead of putting my name, they didn't want to put Tina Butte, because yet Kamisha and whoever else, y'all would have found me. You know what I'm saying? It just did. If you go on the own website or for the cast for this season, I'm not on it. I'm not on it. Go on the website. I'm not on the cast. Yeah, I'm not. I didn't even know this. Kamisha told me. Kamisha was like, you're not on the cast. I said, girl, I ain't even been on there to check it out. How you know? Because I haven't been keeping up with that stuff. But you know, Kamisha
knows it. Oh, I love her. She knows
Kamisha is a detective. She was a detective in another lifetime. So yeah, that was the tea with that. They tried to, so that people didn't find me. They didn't want to put, the name that I go by, Tina Butte. And they tried to put my real name out there. Tori went off and was like, no, y'all can't be putting our real names out there. And that's when they was like, oh, well, we're not just going to have Tina on the cast. But they couldn't edit me out of the season because my name I was in people's tops and I was at the pool party, So they tried to do what they could do. But then, you still got the real life me that got a mouth. They tried to edit me mute on the show. So, I see somebody saying like, oh, Tina give me weird vibes. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I do give you weird vibes. They edit me like I can't talk. But as you can see, I talk a lot.
And Camille is in the building. Okay.
I didn't even tell her I was coming on because
I told her.
Had a busy day. Yeah, she had a busy day. So I was just like, she'll catch it later.
I did. I texted, oh, Tina is coming. Come on over here. Show some love.
It's always love with her.
Always. It's always love. Well, you are very genuine and open about, the toxic or unhealthy relationships that you have been, right? You have been into. What are and you're doing your healing and you have, the healing continues. It takes time.
Oh, healing is what people fail to realize is you could be healing for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? Because things come up that can trigger you that you didn't even realize triggered you. You know what I'm saying? People fail to realize. I tell people, I'm like, if you sit here and you say, oh, I'm healed 100%, you're a lie. You should always be progressing and changing and healing. Let's just take the word healing out of it. Evolving is still healing. Progression is still healing, because that means you're learning from your mistakes. You are no longer the person that you were in the past, and you are looking to the future. In order to do that, it takes healing. So, go ahead. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, I think that's what I was asking. And I was asking, what are the things that you can say, what? I have healed from this, or, or these are the red flags that I would want, I'm not going to entertain, for you.
In a relationship?
Yeah, in a relationship, yes.
Oh, okay. First of all, red flag. Inconsistency, the lies. Listen, the thing that I think I realized with a lot of guys is they feel like they have to sell themselves to me. Like, oh yeah, I can do this, I do that, or, and I've learned if you have to do all of that, something ain't right. It 1 + 1 ain't equaling 2 in this equation. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely try to stay away. And I feel like we're in a day and age where people feel like they have to prove themselves. I have this and I have that and and it's just like, first of all, you putting your business out there, you are attracting the wrong type of people. When you're sitting here and you're being materialistic, you are attracting gold diggers. So don't sit here and say, oh, a woman only wants me for my money, yet you're doing nothing but talking about your money and talking about what you have and what you can do for her. But then as soon as she asks you for something, you talking about, oh, she a gold digger, she don't want nothing but my money. And then the same thing for women. That's talking about men don't respect them, but then you're on, and this is not to judge. My thing is I let everybody be themselves, but for me, that's just a red flag, to see men, I feel like they can't be themselves. I meet a lot of men that, and that's why I feel like I needed to be careful with Demetrius, because to me, healing, the word healing is this big word now. Everybody will say, I'm healing. you really get around them and you see how they handle certain situations, you can't be healed, because if you were healing or healed, these certain situations wouldn't be bothering you right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't be going off on them. So I feel like I have to be careful for the guys that claim that they are healing or they're working on themselves, because that was something that I went through with my child's father, where he claimed like, oh yeah, I went through this, I'm doing therapy and this, and I'm changing my life. Like, he told me things to make it seem like these were the things that I've overcome, and this is the man I am now. But what I failed to realize that was still who he was, you know what I'm saying? And the mask didn't really come off until I was pregnant, so, and he had cheated on me, and even to this day, I'm still discovering things that I didn't know about this man. So it just really lets you know that you never truly know someone. You can be married to someone for years, 20, 30, 40 years. How many times we watch these shows on Snap and they're like, oh yeah, he had a whole wife on the other side of town and Brenda just snapped. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just don't know what you're really signing up for, because people, they tell you what they want to tell you. And you ask me a question, I'm gonna either tell you or I'm gonna say, I don't know you well enough to tell you that. But we can revisit this, once we get to know each other.
Right.
But honestly, I'm just so comfortable in my skin, and I feel like I've been through so much that it's a testimony. Like, I feel like the things I've been through, I was supposed to go through them. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm talking to someone. I am helping someone. You know what I'm saying? And to me, I feel like that's a part of my purpose. Like, God never puts you through anything that you can't get through. I'm grateful for the thing. Like, people have no idea. They probably, oh, she a beautiful girl. Everything is just easy for her.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I think that's a misconception. I feel like, yeah, the more beautiful you are, yeah, you can get things, but ain't nothing in life is free. So they go, oh, she's a pretty girl. She gets everything. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you like right in a door, whatever did that. But trust and believe, it's going to come with a price of something. And I've just realized when people try to offer me stuff for free, I don't want it. I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? I think the guys that, oh, let me take you on a shopping spree. I mean, now you can take me on a shopping spree. I'm not going to turn that down. But that's not going to buy me. You know what I'm saying? So don't think that you're going to take me shopping or take me out or dine, whatever. And I'm just going to be like, oh yeah, and be all on you. And then you're mad at me because I'm not blowing up your phone, or I'm not stalking you. I'm doing what the last woman did. I don't do that. That's toxic, So I think that's probably one of the main things. It's just really just taking the time to get to know someone.
Right.
There is no rush. And one is, I think, the red flag I had with my child's father that really went over my head was, again, I've only had 3 relationships. I never have rushed into a relationship. And with my child's father, he kind of was the one who was like the
beat it out. Let's get
the snowball effect. The momentum was picking up. But he just seemed so kind. Now, were there something in my gut that told me no? Yes. And that's one thing I think, you know what? Let me re-answer your question. The main thing I learned when it comes to dating and relationships is listen to my gut.
I'm telling you.
I think, let me just sum that all up in one sentence. Trust my intuition.
Yeah.
I tell people straight up, because this is so real. Your stomach knows the room before your head do.
Okay.
When you walk into a room, first, I want them people, I need to know all exits in the room. I can leave there, I can leave, because anything can pop off. But when I walk in and my stomach feel queasy, something already let me know I don't stay long. And 9 times out of 10, I was right. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the main thing. If my gut is telling me something's off, go with it. And that's where I'm at in life now. So yes, I am the walk away queen. Yes, I will cut you off in a heartbeat. But I do that because, and again, like I said, it's not because I feel like someone is a bad person. I just feel like that person is not for me. Something in my spirit or in my soul is telling me that person is not meant to be in my life. And I wish everyone, no matter how you've done me, I wish you karma, good or bad. You know what I'm saying? And I wish you the best, whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. I think that's the main thing. Trust my intuition in every situation. It's never wrong. The one time I did not listen to Ahmad was my child's father. But to this day, I will say that it was for a reason, because I got my child.
The baby.
I would not. People don't understand. She saved me. My child saved me.
Oh, I love that.
She did. She really did. I was so depressed. I was so in that toxic relationship, because what I realized is I'm an empath. That's one thing. I feel people energy. I can read somebody in a heartbeat. When you feel certain energy, and this is something that I've had to learn, it's not my job to feel like I need to help someone or heal someone.
Yeah.
But you need to already be healed before you come my way.
Hallelujah.
Find God, find yourself, and then come find me. Okay. But until then, you know, and I think that was one thing with my ex, like he made it seem like he was going through this healing journey, but he still needed healing. And me, you know, being the person being an alchemist, you know, I turn copper into gold, you know, and so being that type of person, I'm always like, you know, how can we do this? How can I, you know, anybody that knows me, Camille, you know, I got your back 1,000%. I am that ear that you can listen to, that I will give you advice of that. And that's what I try to be for him. But I realized that some people, they just want to drain you for your energy. You know what I'm saying? They want to drain you for whatever love you give. They will leave you depleted. And I'm not the fountain to be drained. So I just realized follow my intuition.
Oh, I love that. I love that, you know, about you saying that, you know, yes, first of all, yeah, follow your intuition. And number two, that there's something good that came out of that relationship. And that's your beautiful daughter. Listen, being a mother is the most beautiful thing, you know, and you cannot explain this to, you know what I'm saying? Like everything changes. Once you hold that baby, you know, everything changes. It's no longer about you. It's about that little baby. You're going to have, you realize, you know, there's a whole life out here. I'm going to protect her, you know, do everything that I can to give her a better life, way more better life than I had. You know what I'm saying? So that's precious. That's very, very.
It's funny you said that because I tell people straight, I didn't want kids. I did not want kids. And the moment I heard her heartbeat, it was like God just told me that she was meant for you. She was, and she has changed my life. Like everything I do, of course I do it for myself, but she really is the fuel to my fire, you know. So I thank God for her she's really gratitude for me. Like I love that girl to death.
Has you know, the show changed how you do your parenting now? You know, has there any impacts prior? You know, has the show has impacted the way you do your motherhood, or no? Has nothing to do.
I mean, the show didn't impact me afterward. It was impacting me during, but of course, when I left it, it made me love on her harder because, excuse me, what a lot of people don't realize is leaving a reality show will have you mentally effed up. Drained, but mentally effed up. Especially when the season is rolling, because what you think you're going to be shown as might not be how you're shown as. So I think in this process of just me, you know, because I quit in October when everyone else was still filming, I did have time to heal. And it just really made me love on her because my daughter brings me peace. She does. She brings me peace. She brings me joy. She is my safe space. So I just remember just being like, oh my God. And the only person that really like made me grounded again was talking to God and my daughter. So it just really made me love on her harder. And yeah, that's really, it didn't change
how about
in a negative way.
How about your business? How was it, you know, affected, or, you know,
it was affected during filming, because they're trying to send me out on dates and have me going on getaways and stuff when I normally, you know, do my shipments. That's another reason why I quit. They was messing with my money. Seriously, that's another, like, let me be real with y'all viewers. They was messing with my money. If I tell y'all I only work these days and then they got me going on these dates, like, make it make sense. This is how I pay my bills. That little check ain't nothing. Let me tell y'all something. Them checks is not worth what you're missing out on. If you
you don't get.
We get a little check. We get a little check. And let me tell you something. 9 times out of 10, I probably won't get my reunion check because I'm talking too much. Do I care? No. Straight up, don't care. It ain't worth it. They was messing with my money. But all in all, now I will say my business has picked up. So you know, of course, going on here, like I tell people, I'm not stupid. I went on a reality show. Like I tell people I didn't go on for just to get exposure, but I would be lying if I sit here and said, oh, I didn't know I was gonna get exposure and people were gonna might check out my business and stuff. I'm not a liar. I knew what it was, but I also hope, well, hey, I can get a man and it's, you know what I'm saying? So that's just being real. Like I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
And how did you get to the show? Who contacted you? Who told how did you audition for that? I didn't
Okay.
ask you that.
No, I tell people I manifested it. So I live for real, girl. All right, so you don't know the story. Let me give you the backstory. So I was dating somebody, went to his house, never had heard of the show at all. He was watching it. And this was when it was the Houston, what's the one with Denise?
Was that
with Winter? Yeah, that's the first season that Chris was on. Yes. So that's the season that we were watching. I remember going over there, he was watching it, and I just loved the setup. I liked how they were just really just trying to get ready. Yeah. To me, I looked at it as an experiment. And I remember looking at him and I was like, if I ever did a reality show, I think I could go in there. I think I'm ready to love. I think that, they would ask me the right questions. And it's funny that I said this to him because we were dating or whatever, but I just knew he wasn't the one. You know what I'm saying? He was cool for that moment. So fast forward, I was like, they probably wouldn't come to DC. Lo and behold, y'all, Maude, I kid you not, girl. I get in the car, about to take my daughter to daycare. And nephew Tommy, because I listen to Steve Harvey and nephew morning Tommy show every morning. And so I'm listening. He's like, we're coming to DC. We're ready to love DC, y'all. And the chocolate city. And I was like, oh my God, is this for me? Like, what you trying to tell me? Home, like, dropped my daughter off, rushed home, applied. They called me the next day. We talked for 15 minutes. She was like, oh my God, I love you. She was super sweet. Everyone that got me through the process was super sweet. They made me want to even do it more. Because I was like, if this is what I'm signing myself up, y'all are so nice. Y'all seem so caring. Even when I talked to the executives, they seem all cool. And
Wait a minute. Was this before even the DC show started? Like
they did the casting at the same time. So they don't. They did the original casting listing online in April. I didn't hear about it until on the radio in May. So I guess apparently, Camille's group of people had probably already started applying. And by the time I had applied, which is in May, it was like, she probably would fit better with the second season. Okay. They probably already picked Sydney as the curveball or whatever. So I didn't know what was going on. So by the end of June, it was like, you should hear something by this day, blah, 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 because you have to go through different rounds.
Right.
So we love you, don't worry, blah, 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 blah. So then I was like, okay, it's the end of June. Y'all start filming. I think they started filming in July or I forgot the time frame, but I was just like, y'all supposed to be filming in a few weeks. Like, what's going on? So I hit somebody up and I'm like, can y'all tell me, can I plan my life? Because it kind of puts your life on hold.
It does.
We are supposed to be vaccinated. We can't be around people. We can't do this. They want to make sure you're not working. It's like all these things that they put as a requirement. So I'm like, y'all kind of got my life on hold right now. I didn't even want to be vaccinated. And I got vaccinated. And they didn't even check to see if I was vaccinated. Do you know how mad I was about that? You won't make me get vaccinated, and then you didn't even check my vaccination card. But anyway, that's a whole nother other. But that's a whole nother other mod. Like,
oh my gosh,
for real. But so I reached out, and they were like, "Oh, well, you probably didn't get picked for this season, but you made the next one." And then, like a few days later, they called me. It was like, "Yeah, so we're gonna have you on the next one." And then I was like, okay. And then that's when I started getting the runaround with the dates. And that's how that whole situation started. Yeah.
Okay. So
I tell people I manifested it. I mean, I'm one of those people. I do believe in the secret. I believe in the law of attraction. I believe in karma. I believe in you do good, you get good. So I do believe if you focus on the positive, if you are aligned with the universe in the correct way, I feel like, things can come to you. I feel like God wants everyone to have the best life, but I feel like you have to believe that you are deserving of it. And when you start to believe that and you embrace it, that means letting go of anything negative, whether friends or family, situations, drugs, alcohol, whatever that looks like, to allow you to embrace who you really are, your purpose in life. I feel like you can obtain anything. And so I feel like I spoke about it and I want it. And that's not the only thing that I've spoken into existence. Like,
oh, hallelujah.
Amen, girl. Listen.
You have a question over. You have a question over there.
He said, what's the dues of the so I kind of changed it. No, for real. Because it's so weird. Like before I was like open to like almost 50. I know, right? Because I met some like swagalicious, like, don't get me, Paul was 48. Like, and it's so funny because people are like, she got daddy issues. My father was in my life. I don't have daddy issues at all. I actually have more mama issues than I did daddy issues. So let's get that straight. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. I've just always dated older men. Like, I don't know. I think it was more so for me. I'm gonna be real. I think it was just trying to cut through the games. I feel like younger guys, they're still trying to figure out things. Still, do I want to be married? Do I want kids? Having this chick, having that chick. Most times, older men, they tired. You know what I'm saying? I won't say all. Because
not all. I was gonna say that. I was not
my
all.
child's father was for the streets. He's still for the streets, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like when it comes to, a lot of other men that I've dated, I feel like they're more so like, okay, I want to settle down, or they know what they want. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not trying to be out every night. They're not But then I have to still let it be known, like, look, I'm not the party animal, but I'm not gonna be in the house with you every single night. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still young and fine. I like to live a little bit too. So, but I would say the age range probably be like, I said like 38 now.
That's so bad.
So maybe, because it was more like 39.
I know.
49. But no, it's like 38 to maybe like, I'd say 45.
What made you change?
Just being a little bit more open.
Okay.
I think just trying to change my range a little bit. I think I'm gonna be honest, after dating Paul, I think I just realized that was just a little bit too old for me, because I haven't really not gone on dates with him, and I'm just like, nah, blah, blah, blah. But, I see some older men, I'm like, damn, that's Zaddy, but yeah, I just realized I'm like 48-ish. That's 49, 50 now.
Oh. Well, someone is just kidding over there, just making some funny jokes.
Ooh, I seen that last part. You better be on your best behavior.
Oh my goodness. Is there anybody that you still get in touch with from your cast? How many people? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now let me think about this. No. Okay.
Yeah. Can you tell us anything about the reunion? Is there anything that you want to tell us about?
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. Our reunion was a snitch show. It was. Let me tell you, I have never witnessed something like that in my life. Just adults lying, gaslighting. It was a lot of it. But from what I've heard from previous cast members, that you guys might not even see half of it. Like, I don't know how they're gonna edit it. I don't. It was juicy. It really was. It was some things where, I mean, if they could show everything, ooh, yeah, ooh, it would be worth it. But I don't know how they're gonna edit it. I don't. Like, I even had a few juicy moments, but I don't know if they probably just gonna edit me to sit there. I'm just sit there and be cute. That's why I post my picture. Y'all gonna see this dress. Y'all gonna see this dress. That was a banging dress. That was Angel Brink. Y'all was gonna see that dress. Okay. We post these pictures. I saw the snippets, because my mom watched the last episode last night. She wanted to see the reunion preview. Mm-hmm. I saw clippets. I just, like I said, I don't know how it's going to roll out. Right. I think they're going to edit out most of the juicy parts, because it's too real. The way it still exposes people, and
that's what they are missing, because that's what we want to see. We want to see the realness. We don't want to see this edited version of everybody. And it's okay, because you can only show us for so much in like a 30 minutes or whatever the show. But don't edit too much until the show doesn't make any sense.
It's funny because we do the reunion in mid-season.
That's another thing I have with this.
Girl, I was over it too. I'm like, what? But let me tell you, we've come to I don't know if this is true or not, but my mom, I told you, my mom was in the industry. She's publicist, and she actually knows people in the background as well. She and a few other people, we kind of come to the conclusion that our rest of our episodes are based on what we share at the reunion. So, you know what I'm saying? Because if you come in a reunion and you don't want to talk about certain things that happen, it's no point to show it for the rest of the season. You know what I'm saying? So we've kind of come to the conclusion that they have the reunion in the middle before you can see how you're going to be edited or how you want to, navigate your storyline. And then, and I could be wrong, but this is just the conclusion that we come to. And then, we feel like then they go and say, okay, we'll finish editing. And I think that's why they take like breaks, when they like, oh, we're going to skip a week.
Yes.
We're over it. Just get the season over with, girl. Because I was over this season. I was like, I'm tired of my name. They done drag my name in every episode. I'm gone. Stop talking about me. Listen, let me tell y'all viewers. because I know y'all was sick of hearing my name. I was sick of hearing my name. I said, I done quit. I technically quit like 3 episodes ago. Why am I still being brought up? Tina's not ready to love.
Tina is a no-show.
This is ridiculous. I want to sit down somewhere. We weren't supposed to meet. That whole scene was BS. She didn't answer my call.
That's what, yeah, like you had car issues. You had car issues.
Maud, I had work to do. I told you I didn't want to be there. I didn't want to be there. And I told him I had work to do and I had packages to get out because this was technically this was a Monday. So this would have been starting going into the 3rd week. I had fell behind in my orders, Maud. Seriously.
Mm-hmm. That's a business.
They're trying to have me film. They're like, yeah, you got a date at 12 in the afternoon. So I'm trying to wake up, drop my daughter off, go home. One thing, you ain't never gonna catch me on camera slipping. Now that last day, y'all, let me tell y'all something. I was so over it. My wig was twisted and all that. I did not care. I was like, get me out of here. I was like, I didn't care how I looked. I'm like, y'all see me slay every episode, but this one, I don't give a dang. Get me. I was so over it. I don't think nobody understand. That's why I just walked in and I was like, no, that's so what people, let me tell you, when I was sitting on the bed with Donovan.
Yes, I want to ask that. There was no conversation that he
No, it was a whole conversation, Ma. I controlled my narrative. I went in there, I sat on the bed, like, so I walked in, which y'all saw me walk in. My daughter just woke up. Come here, Beanie.
Oh, let's see her.
Come here. She was knocked out asleep.
Oh my God.
She's about to be on the YouTube world.
Oh, she just got up.
Yeah, she's tired. Okay.
Oh.
Lay down over there. Give me 1 second. I'm going to put her on the couch.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you guys. 1 second.
Mom duties. Okay. Oh my gosh. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being here. Yes, Camille is in the building. Let's talk with Sheila. Bad news. Lee with the T. Dina. Kamisha is driving. And you guys, you know Kamisha has helped me with so many things, including this interview and preparing myself for this. Go ahead. I was talking about Kamisha. Hi, Lee. Okay.
Hi, everybody. Okay, what was I saying? I'm sorry. She's good. She's laying down over there. What was I saying?
I was talking about that conversation you had with Donovan. It's like you are not speaking. You are not.
No. Let me tell you, girl. I'm trying not to let things get me upset, but I was livid. I said, they do not want you to control your own narrative. I walked in there and I was like, when I walked, I was like, what have I missed? I was really being sarcastic. Because I thought the cast knew that I was upstairs. But when I saw Carmen, like literally everybody looked like they had saw a ghost.
Wait, when you say upstairs, what do you mean? You were upstairs when everybody was down there?
No. Also, there was a guest house. So there's two little, so like you have is a big old house.
Yes.
And then there was a side guest house. Like it wasn't connected to the house. So they had no idea that I was in the guest house on the land upstairs. Because nobody had any reason to go up there. It was more over there. It was like production, the camera crew, and everything. So they had me away from everybody. Yeah, so serious. So I walked in and I was being sarcastic, thinking everybody knew. Everybody looked like I had seen a ghost, and so nobody was talking to me. So I was just like, "What is going on?" Like, but they didn't know. I didn't know. It was literally nobody knew. Yeah, literally. Yeah. So the reaction when you see everybody facing, they're like, "Why is she here?" That was real.
You couldn't text them. You couldn't text them because
No.
you guys have been having your phones all the time.
Now, well, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't want to text them because at that point, my connections. At that point, I didn't feel like my connections were strong anymore.
Yes,
because like I said, when somebody had told Demetrius some lies, and I was already upset with Demetrius because I'm like, Demetrius, you should have came and spoke to me.
Right.
But also, it wasn't even about that. It was one of those things where I felt like these guys were not being consistent. If they were interested, they would call me more, they would whatever. And I get their attention was being pulled other ways. And so that just let me know that I wasn't the one for them. I didn't take it personal. I didn't anything.
Right.
So I think already having that on my mind and then dealing with production, because like I told you, I'd already tried to self-eliminate, before I quit. So when I walked in, I looked at Donna and said, hey, take a walk with me. Show me the house. I didn't even realize the camera crew was behind me. Yeah. So we're walking. And we just turn around and Donna was like, WTF is this? And I was like, I said, honestly, I have no idea, D. I said, I just really wanted to talk to you. Me and you are still cool. And I just wanted to talk to somebody. And so when I put him down, that's when you see me have this conversation. I literally looked at him and I was like, and the camera crew men didn't know what I was about to say. And I was like, yeah, I feel like, I need to go home. This isn't for me. I don't have any connections here. And he was like, why? I said, y'all aren't calling me. Y'all aren't. I said, there aren't real connections here for me. Like I had a lot, but it wasn't much to say. Like I told on camera why I was leaving. They edit all of that out. They literally just had me out there looking like,
yes.
And I was
like you're not saying anything. I was like,
they didn't listen. And if anybody believed that that's how that scene went down, I'm gonna pray for you. Because if you really think I just said, just sat there like, and say nothing, like, no, I quit on camera, and they didn't want me to quit that way because they wanted to control the narrative.
The narrative.
Tommy. Yeah. And I did not ghost Tommy. I quit the show. Production knew I quit the show. I told them I wasn't filming anymore. I told them I wasn't showing up anymore. They kept calling me. Paul kept calling, like they kept calling me, trying to get me to come back. And I was like, no, I'm good. Why waste my time?
Wow. And there
wasn't a lie, Ma. It is all a lie. Like my whole storyline. My date with Demetrius, true. My date with Donovan, true. Like they couldn't edit me bad because let me tell you something. I'm a sapiosexual. I don't know if you know what that means, but I need to be mentally stimulated. So I need to have in-depth conversations. We can't do substance level conversations. We're not going nowhere. So what you doing? How was your day, baby? Don't send me that every day. You're gonna get ignored or blocked. I'm easily bored. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So it was one of those things where that's no disrespect to my castmates, but I guess they were talking about sex in their conversation, so that's how they were able to get that sexual dialogue. I don't talk about stuff like that until I'm comfortable with you. You know what I'm saying? So they couldn't edit me sexually, so they edited me how I really was. So people were like, oh, she wasn't edit that. Yeah, they couldn't edit me bad until they got to my ex. When they took a clip, that wasn't even a part of the date. Him just being funny, like, I'm gonna tell this story, and I'm like, oh my God, BJ, really? And even still, I wasn't ashamed of him telling it. Do y'all really think if I was mad, I would sit there and just let him go off and tell this story? If I was really embarrassed about it, like even how they made it seem like I was ashamed, that was not how it went down at all.
And I listened to your podcast, and you actually said this was a guy, your ex, that you did it when you were 16.
Yes, 16. I'm 32 years old. That was I'm double times that age now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if people, like I tell people, if you still think that that's what I'm doing, obviously you still doing the things you were doing when you were 16. And touche, good for you. But that's not me. Like, and people judge me. I don't care. I get to a point in my life where I just think people just don't want to like me. I can say hi if somebody don't like me. I'm like, but I realize that's not a me thing. That's a you thing. Like, I'll just say hi.
And it's true. And sometimes, once you come to this show, of course, some people are gonna, support you. Some people are not just gonna, like you. Like, that's what I was telling Camille. There's no need of explaining yourself anymore. Okay, people have already formed their whatever they have. Yeah.
You can keep telling the truth. You can have receipts. You can have screenshots. You can put the evidence point blank in the face and say right here, and people are still going to be blind or oblivious in however they want to look at it. I tell people straight up now, I think people are so caught up in illusions that they prefer to stay in those illusions, because then once you smack them with the truth and they wake up, it's just like they didn't have to question everything that they believe. That's like believing in fairies and goblins. You know what I'm saying? Like, you believe in that, you can believe in anything.
Right.
I'm just saying. So I don't get caught up in it. It was kind of crazy, I think, in the moment to see. But I was already mentally prepared, because remember, I was threatened that I was going to be edited.
Right.
When I was like, I wanted self-eliminate. Oh, well, no one's going to like you. And he was right. People aren't going to like how you're going to be edited. Yeah, I was edited to look. At first, I was edited fabulous, because that's me, But then they try to make it seem like she'll just cut you off. I will just cut you off. I will cut anybody off, and I'm not ashamed of it. Everybody should just cut people off. When you cut people off, you will be so at peace. You don't have weight. You don't have unnecessariness. You could be at peace with somebody calling you with some BS. Like, cut people off. Distance yourself. Have boundaries. You will be happy. Take my word.
Boundaries.
It works.
Boundaries.
Boundaries. And so nobody's going to make me feel bad for cutting off people that I feel like are detrimental to my growth and who I am as a person. I'm not bringing that energy home to my family. Like, no.
I agree. Looking back, how you have been edited and all that, would you still do the show?
I will say I don't regret doing the show. I don't regret anything I do in life. But if I would have knew that I was one that the season was going to be like how it was, I would not have done it, because I think that changed a lot of the morale for me, in the season. I really do. I felt like me coming in, they didn't warn me. They did not tell me that that I was getting myself into it. And now I know that didn't work for me. I think maybe the 10 on 10 may have worked, but then I don't know, because I think if they would have put me in Camille's season, I still think I would have quit. They was a shit show too. Oh, dang it. They was a poop show too. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I really don't know. And again, I spoke about, one of the previous cast members that constantly talk like she know what she be talking about and don't. But I liked their season, so I think maybe I would have done well. But then I also say we had different producers for
That's the point. That's the point.
We had different, and I want people to get that through their brain. We did not have the same producers in the DMV, DC, Potomac seasons that we had in the Atlanta seasons and in the Houston season. So when you have different producers, they decide on different things or how things are going to work, or to create unnecessariness for drama and clips. And that's what happened. So when people feel like they can just say what they think is the truth and they weren't there and they don't know, they can STFU and go somewhere. Okay? Because they don't know what they're talking about.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You don't know what you're talking about. You sound like a little rat, like you. Anyway.
Right. I cannot imagine the editing that has, and I don't mind them editing, but just don't fool us. Don't fool people, because, the truth will always come out,
They, let me tell y'all something. And again, I tell people from a place of, I was a viewer. So I say people because I take myself out of the equation when I say as a viewer. That's why I signed up, because I felt like, first of all, I love me some Oprah. That's my Aquarian sister. She about her dollar, she about her business. So, I just felt like, I don't think Oprah would allow certain things on her network. But then I also have to realize that, it's her network, but it is owned by other color. You know what I'm saying?
That part.
And for them, they really get to dictate how they want us to look. You know what I'm saying? And so now that I know that, I didn't know that. I thought it was, more of a certain,
black love,
black, equality, black everything, and that ain't it.
That's the reason why I fell in love with this show, because it's it's beautiful black women who have their businesses going on.
Yes,
beautiful, handsome men, have their shit together, and then now you have all this craziness. I mean, what the heck? What the heck?
I pray to God. That something changes for my.
They have to change it.
I hope so. I hope that they learn from DMV area, because to go from Atlanta to Houston to DC, it was like a 180. And as a fan, I was very disappointed. And then as a participant, I was hurt. I really was. I walked away, and is Camille still in here? I can't see.
She is. Yeah, she is.
Camille knows, and anybody else that was a part of this show, it really will mentally mess you up.
She spoke about that.
It will. And I know people, the most ignorant thing a person can say to us is, you signed up for this.
You signed up for
what you were getting yourself into when you went on TV. First of all, you never know what you're getting yourself into until you are in that situation, period. So don't go around telling us that you don't know what you get, that you signed up for this, da-da-da-da. Because first of all, what people fail to realize, and this happens on other reality shows, they will tell you one thing, and then when you get there, it's a total different thing. Seriously. It's been proven on a lot of reality shows, especially on the first season, that they will tell you that they did it for, was it Temptation Island or something? They told them that they were going out there and that they could do whatever they want. And then fast forward, they were fooled saying that they can't do anything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they will tell you one thing. And then once you're on set, everything changes. For me, I told them, I don't do women drama. I don't do competition, They constantly tried to get me to bash Sabrina. constantly tried to get me to bash Sabrina and say things like, well, how'd you feel? I was like, I think Sabrina's beautiful. That's why they couldn't, let me tell you, that's another reason why they couldn't show me in my confessionals. Because the stuff, the shade that the other ladies was throwing at each other, they wanted me to do, and that's not what I'm about. I don't put another black woman down. I don't put no woman down, but I definitely put another black woman down on national television. We had enough of that going on. You know what I'm saying? And so to have them come at me, well, why did I'm like, why y'all got me worried about her? I'm trying to be worried about Demetrius.
You know,
like, why you not talking about Demetrius? You know, so a lot of people don't understand behind the scenes. And if you are a weak-minded person, which I feel like a lot of, no disrespect to the viewers, but I feel like the main ones who talk a big bunch with no pictures on their profiles, they would not be able to survive a day of reality TV. You can't even put your dang on picture up and living your truth on social media. You don't come for me talking about you signed up. Baby, put a picture up and then come for me.
Yeah. Right. So we can see each other.
Period.
Okay.
Coming from me.
So, Camille spoke on, she asked for help, for therapy. All right. Nobody got back to her. Did you ask for any help, or you just decided, you know what? I'm quitting. I'm done.
I'm quitting. I didn't feel like I needed it. Okay. Well, one, I get therapy. Well, I don't need therapy right now, but I feel like when I need therapy, I get it. And to me, therapy, it doesn't make you crazy. It doesn't anything. It's the ability to talk to somebody that won't judge you. You know what I'm saying? They're being paid so they can either listen and not say a word, or they can give you feedback on how to get through a situation. So me as a Black woman who has been through a lot of the, situations, I think that it's an amazing thing. Not even just for if you're going through something, if you just need someone, our friends, our family, people are busy. Like, why dump our issues onto them? Talk to someone that's willing to listen to you.
Right.
There's apps now that will do it, for $10 a month or whatever. Like, there's different ways of having an outlet. So for me, I think I'm just so resilient in how I bounce back from situations that I truly put myself in a place where I know everything happens for a reason. And I looked at the silver lining in this situation. I looked at how I could grow from this situation. I looked at the blessing. I feel like this situation actually made me stronger. Like, I've always been a strong woman, but I looked at it for real, for like, yo, if I could get through this, I could get through anything. Like, if I could get through my child's father and being with a narcissist, listen, because narcissistic abuse is real. Yeah. And if you can get away from that and survive it, and I'm still healing from that, and I don't know how long, but the fact that I walked away and I never went back, that says a lot about me. And so to go through this reality show and to see how I was edited, how I was portrayed, how I was judged, how I was torn to shreds, it really built me up, where I was like, yo, can't nothing stop me. Like, I really felt like Wonder Woman. And I'm being real, like, I have no fear anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I could put myself on a platform of millions of people and choose to walk away and quit without any explanation and be edited to look crazy on TV, and let people believe what they want and still be fine and okay.
That's huge.
To me, I'm like, I need to start a class or something. I need to start charging people on how self resilience or something, like, because everybody don't have it in them. Some people commit suicide on stuff like this. The comments they see. I've seen crazy things and I laugh at it. Like, when you know who you are, like when you really know who you are, and the people that know who you are, that are in your life, can read through all this, you can laugh at it. You can call your friends up and say, girl, did you see? Or, oh my, like, there's so many things I just look, I'm like, Mom, what in the world? And we just laugh. Now I put laughing emoji. One girl said something and I agreed. I was like, girl, yes, I'm all the way like that in real life, and put a laughing emoji. She didn't say nothing. People don't like when you agree with their negative comments, because they want to get to you. But what you fail to realize is you can't get through the still, baby. Like, you can't get through God. So
yeah. Oh my gosh, this was fun. Listen, Tina, you can find Tina. I've seen Damita has put all your links over there, but I want people to go and listen to the podcast. I want you people, the Walk Away Queen, but it's fun because you cover everything. You cover everything.
So I want everybody to know I haven't posted because I'm taking a break.
Yes, you have. Okay.
I am. I'm gonna do it season. So that was season 1. As you guys, it was really like a let out, and then
Introduction to
introduction, and you heard me put out the PTSD reality TV.
Yes.
You do get PTSD after reality TV. You do. It's a real statement. But if you want to hear more, definitely go check that episode out. It's the last episode on my website. And I will be putting back my next episode, which will be based off individuality. That's going to be the next episode, and it'll be within the next week to 2 weeks.
Okay, awesome. And then you can find, and you have two is it the same website for the businesses?
Which one? So if you go to my link, so TinaBeautyShow.com, it has, if you click that link, it has all my businesses. Yes. So that's just the one thing to go. I have my CMOS. My daughter has a business for, toddler hair care products.
Yes.
I have my motivational t-shirt line. So if you want any of those other things, they can go there, or they can just, go to thewalkawayqueen.com.
Right. So. Yeah, and Damita has put out all the links. Guys, go follow, subscribe.
Damita working. Hey, girl.
And she is on 8. She is on 8.
She's on fire.
Is there anything else that you think, you did not get a chance to speak on and trying?
Honestly, no, I don't, I'm at a place, I don't need to sell myself. I don't really have much to say. I realize whoever, if they want to get to know me, they'll keep up with me, they'll follow me, they'll hit me up. I have people that they inbox me, I message them back, I like stuff, whatever. I think the more you actually engage with me, the more I'm willing to really bond with you. I'll talk to you, but if you just hit me up, hey, I want to take you out, you're not gonna get a response for that. You know what I'm saying? But whoever wants to embrace me, they will, and vice versa. And whoever I'm not for, stay away.
Are you dating? Are you currently dating?
No, I'm single.
What?
I'm single. I mean, are we surprised here? Are we really surprised? I want people to stop thinking that people have to be in a relationship. Like, I'll be honest. I met somebody.
Okay.
Right after the show, I did. And for me, it was a one of those things where I felt like he was my soulmate. Like, I had never felt anything like that before. But I don't know. I don't know. So
you're taking time. You're taking your time just to.
Well, I'm not gonna settle. And I just feel like I said, whoever knows I'm the one, I feel like just like they'll know I'm the one, I'll know they're the one.
Right. I agree.
And so I feel like, I'm not going to settle. I'm very happy by myself. Like I am. I love myself. I have if I want love, I have my daughter, and she gives me unconditional love. Like, she taught me what unconditional love is and how to do that for other people. Like, I try to see the best in other people. I love people, you know what I'm saying, as they are. I don't want people to change or have to walk on eggshells.
Right.
I want people to really love themselves and embrace themselves. And to me, love is God. So it's his actions. They will speak through you. You are a walking embodiment of him. So I feel like for me, my man is divine. He is divine. He is godly. He's going to be my mirror, and I think I found that one time, and I don't know where that's going to go, but I'm not going to wait for it either. So I'm single, and yeah.
That's fine too. And that's fine too. All right.
I like being single. I do. It is okay. I don't have to me, being in a relationship, it's a responsibility. You know what I'm saying? And it shouldn't be your whole everything, but you still have to take that person's feeling into consideration.
Right.
And right now, I don't have to take it. The only person I got to take into consideration is my child, and so I love that, and yeah, I don't need a man baby. I need a grown man. And I prayed, and I feel like God's going to send it. So I think I'm going to be my man this year, girl. I think I am. I think I'm going to be my girl. I'm going to meet listen, I'm claiming it.
Claim it, sister. Claim it.
I'm going to meet my husband this year. So when y'all see me proposing next year, like, hey, I'm like, she's spoken into existence. I sure did.
We're gonna reference this video, and they'll be like, "Oh my gosh, she said she's gonna meet a man." So okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna invite you to the wedding, girl.
I agree.
Oh,
I love this. Well, thank you so much for being here. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it was 1 hour and 30. We had so much fun. Time
It
time
didn't feel
went
like an
so
interview.
fast.
It
Oh
didn't feel
my
like an
gosh.
interview.
Huh?
It didn't feel like an interview. It felt like we
I
were just
know, and
talking.
I didn't want it to feel like that because I just want to have a girl chat. Let's chit chat and get for my viewers to get to know you because I know you're doing so much, but then there's some people who still don't
Mhm.
know you have a podcast. They still don't know about your businesses. So I am happy that you got a chance because you're very busy, okay? But you got a chance to come speak with us. We appreciate you so very much. Again, your links are over here. People are gonna follow you. We want you to win, and we want that podcast. Come back to us because it's good.
Well, thank you. And Maud, I want to wish you and your team nothing but success as well. Listen, this is our year. Okay.
Yes,
This
I
is our
listen.
year.
Amen. Amen. This is our year, and we
Yes.
shall be celebrating at the end of the year.
Where are you?
Buffalo, you can come to Buffalo.
No, yes. My grandmother's in Buffalo. I have
Where?
my grandmother, I have a sister. Yeah, I have family in Buffalo, girl. You like 45 minutes from Niagara. Oh, yeah, I know about
Yes, I am.
getting 8 feet of snow. Yeah, Chickamauga. I know about it. Ah, yeah, girl, I'm gonna come see you.
You have to come. You have to
Mhm.
come.
Listen, I'll think about it this summer because I have family up there. And I keep saying, and I want to go to Niagara. So I seen they did
It's
like,
fun. It's
yes.
very fun. It's
If I
fun.
come, I would love to link up with you and see you. I really
Yes, Lee with the T. Yeah, she's coming to Buffalo. Okay.
But Lee in the T, she in the DMV. She better holler
I know. Yes, Lee. But this was fun. I enjoyed. I was nervous a little bit in the beginning, but look at this. Turned out to be great.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure. It was. I loved every question that you asked, and anytime I listen. I can't wait to do the panel with you.
I know. I'm excited.
Well,
kisses to your daughter. Kisses to your daughter. Say hello to everybody. We wish you the very best.
Thank you. Thank you all for watching. Good night. Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you so much.